checking to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swing doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets letters.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A dump off for Davis. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. For Carson, CD, quite a season, although maybe somewhat under the radar, but part of the NFL's top rushing offense, and he was 5th in the league.
1,151 yards, 9 touchdowns, and Seattle got back to their identity, which is a run-first offense that provides some pretty good thump inside the tackles. And how about Chris Carson? A 7th-round pick 2 seasons ago out of Oklahoma State. Never ran for 1,000 yards in college. Does it here in the NFL. Pretty underrated name with a big-time game.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. With a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now it's Carson, and an alley to run. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there, 36 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. 21 guys this year in the NFL, over 1,000 yards receiving, and it was Jones that topped them all. What did he have, just over 1,600?
Yes, 1,677 yards, the second highest total of his career. He had 1,871 in 2015. You know, I've always called him Secretariat. You see it on display each and every time he plays for the Falcons.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's able to put it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle makes their way back out here, Charles, let's take a little deeper dive as they go into the offseason, what they need to do. They led the NFL in rushing yards. You talked about it. They ran the football well. Where do they need to improve?
Maybe a little less stubbornness in establishing the run at times, because Chris Carson, their lead back, didn't get started against Dallas. Mike Davis couldn't add a whole lot. Rashad Penny, who was a rookie, he didn't add a whole lot in that one as well. Sometimes you have to let Russell Wilson be the guy and let him throw it around. They'll continue to work on that in the offseason and fortify him with a few more weapons on the perimeter, I believe.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This is Carson. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll toss it out to Carson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. on first down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Shamar Stevens able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And that is incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Yeah, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Tyler Lockett was the target there. 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
He bad and bougie, man.
Pulled in at the 24.
Ooh. Oh.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this is going to set up a 1st and goal from the 5. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And his kick is right through.
Oh.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away.
Oh.
And this will be a touchback as that sails.
Blame it on them kids.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Catch the ball.
My goodness. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Yeah, he about to throw his whole man away. He better take it back. It ain't real football no more. It ain't the same.
Final shot before break. Ryan, he's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20.
Burnt
He's taken
him.
down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 79 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On second down, Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get him running right, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Where you going? You want to run it back, bro? I might get on Black Ops. I prove myself for the day.